that looked like a football game out there at moments.
I felt like I played in a football game and I wasn't even out there. So yeah, it was extremely physical, relentless. I'm sure as an official, that was a very difficult game to call. But I think we knew that Arizona was going to be a great defensive team. They have great length, athleticism, physicality, and I thought both teams were extremely physical and really good with our defense. And it was going to be the team that could control a few more possessions, could defend without fouling. I was just really proud of everybody on our team's ability to stay steady through that physicality. I thought that was going to be a huge key, is to not get wrapped up in the ups and downs of that, what didn't get called, what did get called, and to stay really steady. And I really thought that was the difference in the game. We were able to regroup with that and get stops and rebounds when we really needed to.
Cori, as a quick follow-up, you don't have the deepest roster. I don't have to tell you that. When a game is that physical, you guys look a little, you're on the razor's edge a little bit. If somebody gets hurt, one or two people getting hurt, and then you're really in a depth problem. Yeah. I mean, so it's one thing to stay steady, and it's another thing to just cross your fingers that nobody gets hurt in that situation, isn't it?
Yeah, not only get hurt, but also get in foul trouble, because that can quickly turn. We told them at halftime that to be ready for them to call it tighter and to be able to really move our feet and to adjust to that, because it was so physical the first half. It didn't end up happening exactly that way. But, to be honest with you, Michelle, we don't even really think about it anymore, because we've been dealing with this all year, and we can't control all of that, but we're going to find a way with whatever people we have ready to play, that we've got to find a way to be the tougher, more together team. And whatever that looks like, we're going to have to find a way to make it happen.
For the most, I know it was a physical game, but for the most part, it seemed like you kept them at arm's length, and then all of a sudden they carved into this 10-point deficit, and you look up with a little more than a minute, and they're down by 2. What did you tell them? And can you also just comment just on your team's poise, and also touch on Natalie? Last night she had 3 key steals in like a 2-minute period. Tonight she came up with a big steal in that minute 4. Can you just touch on that final sequence?
Well, I thought, Charisma was really huge in that. She hit a big shot, her only shot, and I'm not sure if it was exactly at that 2-point, but I knew it was getting tight. And when you're over at that point, that takes a lot of guts to be able to step up and hit a big shot. But I think Natalie has gone from defining herself as just a shooter to being a great basketball player, a multifaceted, versatile playmaker. And playmakers, you think of as, point guards off the bounce, but getting steals in key moments, finding a way to post up, finding a way to make a great post feed, because she can be a great post feeder because they have to respect her 3-point shot. And what I'm so proud of is that, Natalie has never really had, much confidence in her defense. And when Charisma came out of the game, we said she was going to be the one to guard McDonald. She's the one that came up with big steals, big rebounds. And that's been really consistent. And I'm really proud of how she has redefined herself as a basketball player. And Natalie chose growth in that manner. And especially her mentality has been really rewarding to watch.
It seemed like he was having a great conversation on FaceTime with when he was heading to the back. And also, can you talk about Charisma's defense tonight, even though Ari had 24 points?
Yeah, we said to Charisma at halftime, we said, who cares about you versus Ari? It's winning point guard. Be the winning point guard. That's all what we need from you. And her defense, how hard she made McDonald work that entire game, that block at the end when they ran that, she got that drive to the right and came back. I just thought, well, that was a big time play. And I'm just so proud of Charisma for just saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I'm on the winning team. And, McDonald's a great player. So is Charisma. And it wasn't about stats tonight. It was about doing whatever our team needed to win the game. And that's exactly what Charisma Osborne did.
Cori, I wanted to ask you about another player that really has seemed to have made a huge difference for you in the last couple of games, and that's Lauren Miller. She does so many things that don't necessarily get put on the stat sheet, but I don't know. It seems like you guys might not have even won without her the last couple nights. Maybe you can tell me she's been poised on the floor. She's contributed.
I just think her growth over the last few weeks has been pivotal for us. And she's just been really good. And, I think I thought really major people were Lauren Miller, Emily Bassoir. I thought gave us huge minutes, and Dominique Darius. I mean, being in the situation she's in, we made a run when she came in that first half, but I really do think it starts with Lauren. She plays such a unique, pivotal role. She's one of our highest basketball IQ players. We knew that we would need to use her as a facilitator because she was going to mostly have Reese or Ware on her, and she was going to be able to create those catches that we were going to need. And we just rely on her so much. And the way that she plays her role with such steadiness and versatility and commitment to the team first, that sets the tone for other people coming in. And, for the Emily's doing that. And it may look different, but I think she follows that same tone. And I thought they complemented each other. And we played really well with those two in together for a portion of that first half. But I just think Lauren really sets the tone for that.
Just as far as being your freshman, and seems like they've been kind of, Emily obviously got here before Dominique, but Dominique seems like she's been coming along very nicely. So clearly they're both going to be freshmen again next year. How great is it to have them have all this quote unquote practice under their belt and mature so much?
It doesn't feel like practice right now, but yes, you're absolutely correct. And I just am so proud of both of them. And, this was a really physical, hard, quick game. And I thought Emily played the best defense of her career. And her improvement on the defensive end over the last several weeks has been remarkable. And Dominique just keeps getting better. She's really one of the first ones in the gym every single day. Her and Emily and Natalie shoot together after almost every practice. She's putting in the work. She spends extra film time with coaches. And I think the future is really bright for us because I am so excited about Emily's love of the game and Dominique's love of the game, their commitment to a high level of work ethic, and they want to compete and they want to compete at the highest levels. So really excited for what they're bringing to our team right now, and we're gonna need to continue to use them. Every person's got to be counted on to do their job, whatever it is that night. And I feel pretty confident that Dominique and Emily are growing into those roles quite nicely.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations on the win. Obviously, you guys want to celebrate, but, in 2 days, you've got, Stanford coming in. They've won 13 games in a row, I believe, and two pretty comfortable wins. They're going to be well rested, where you guys have had two close kind of gritty games. Just what are you guys going to do tomorrow? Is it going to be a lot of rest and film, or are you guys going to have a full practice? What are you guys going to do for this game?
No, we won't do. The good news is we've had a lot of practice at this, and we've, the players are already back. They're going to cold tub and start recovery tonight. And, we've actually had to master this whole recovery thing, pretty well. We've had to work on it a lot. So, I think that at this point, to be honest with you, I told our team, look, I'm really proud of you, and these are the things that we did well, but is this what you came here to do? The answer is no. They wanted to have an opportunity to play on Sunday and to play for a conference championship in the number one conference in the country. And, what a privilege. And I think Stanford's playing maybe the best in the entire country. They're playing so well. They're shooting it better. They're, running the floor. Their transition game has really gone to another level, in my opinion. They're a great team. But if you're going to win a Pac-12 championship, then you're going to have to play great. You're going to have to play and beat great teams. So, at this point, I don't worry about them celebrating. We made a commitment in the locker room that we won't speak of this game after 11 p.m. We're very focused on putting our energy and our time into being ready to prepare and to get our mind and hearts right. But tomorrow is going to be much more mental, hardly any physical, just outside of just recovery and doing those things. But we've played Stanford twice, and I think it's going to be more on the coaches and in using film really wisely and being, having our game plan really succinct. But it will really be about recovery and mentality more than anything else.